Hello physical fiends, it's Jordan here with another worth of purchase where I play a game for a short amount of time to see if I would purchase it myself. This time I'm taking a look at Gordian Quest, which was just announced to be getting a physical release via Premium Edition Games. Full disclosure, I work with Premium Edition Games, I'm part of their team, so take that into account while I do this mini promo video, but I do consider myself a guy with principles, so I hope you can believe the words that spew out of my mouth. Gordian Quest is available to pre-order physically right now with the links below, but let's get into what it's all about. It's been available digitally on the Switch since late last year, and a year before that on Steam, where it was critically acclaimed. So if I say the words to you, deck building RPG with roguelike elements, you'll be saying to me, Jordan, have you been to a Dutch cafe in the past few days? What are you playing this for? That's not a game for you. Well, sure, but I had to try it for, responsibilities with my job. And you know what? It's actually bloody good in my opinion. I'm actually really surprised at how much I've enjoyed my time with it so far. It reminds me of like Sea Horizon, which I played last year on the Switch. I enjoyed that, but I think this is like way better. So it's a game with a darkly visual style, and the idea is that the undead are taking over a medieval style world. You are pretty much the last bastion, the last stronghold to fight against the zombie hordes. You have a little hub world, which after a few battles kind of opens up. Just like all these games, it can be quite overwhelming at first with lots of stuff to look at, lots of mechanics and menus to dip your toes into, but you do get used to it, and there's a hell of a lot of depth here in customization. You can choose your lead hero with different job classes and even deck styles. As an absolute noob, I just went default all the way for this run of the game, but you have a lot of options to suit your playstyle, so after you've learned the game inside out, then you can experiment a little bit. You start off with just you and a dude whose name is uncomfortably close to my daughter's, but as you recruit more heroes, the battlefield expands. You have these lanes which your cards can maybe reach to attack depending on which cards pop up, and each character has their own mini deck. Obviously, the knight has a lot more physical attacks, whereas the mage is more of a cheeky backliner singeing the arse of the zombies. It's all about balancing, buffing your defense, while also whittling down your enemy's life and defense. Despite being early on in the game, it is not afraid to throw some interesting enemy types, like leaving you poisoned with seemingly no way to combat it, at least not yet, tactically choosing your victim, where to focus first, switching lanes, and which cards to use at which time is very addictive, and it somehow flows really well. You're never bogged down in a choice despite the 700 cards available. You're not looking at having all of them in your deck at one time. You have a limited choice within your deck, so you kind of know what chance you have of something coming up that, maybe you'll need. I've played on normal and I found it a steady challenge. I failed one battle already, but it's well balanced so far, and I can feel the steady growth of my characters as I work their skill tree and, boosting the power of their cards and equipment. This game has a lot going for it, almost too much. It's just packed with content. There's a story campaign mode, which, depending on how good you are, can last like 20 or 30 hours. Then there is realm mode, which is more for quick burst gameplay. And you also have to take into account different difficulty levels and whether you also want to introduce roguelike or roguelite elements. Yes, the game does offer both. It differentiates them. So you can play normal or hardcore or super hardcore, and it has everything to suit everyone's play style. Lots of great customization options. It is available physically for pre-order right now. You can follow the links below to grab it from Premium Edition Games if you live in the USA, and if you live elsewhere, you can get it from Video Games Plus maybe at a later date. I'm not sure when those pre-orders are opening. It's available in a standard edition, which comes with a lovely manual and slipcover with the challenge card, and there's also a retro edition, which comes with a soundtrack CD, Super Nintendo style box, and a bonus item that will be revealed soon. If you pre-order either of them, you also get a bonus dog tag, which we do for every game as a thanks for supporting us by pre-ordering. That really does go a long way. Go check the links below. If you like pure card-based RPGs, if you're looking to scratch that Slay the Spire itch, then look no further than Gordian Quest. It's a packed game, lots of content, customization, and really nice battle system. Check the links below and have a good day.